The coin has two faces. The first one I said, never give up. That is the positive. And there is another way that we should give up. That is our next speaker, BPM, PM. I think what he is saying is that he wants to give up certain things. He wants to give the bad habits, give up the bad habits, give up the bad relationship, give up the bad circle. So he is going to give the speech of entertainer speaker 3 in the manner. Before calling Aravind, I would like to call this evaluator, PTM Sundararav.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Today, Toastmaster Aravind is doing a project from the Advanced Communicator Manual. The manual titled The Entertaining Speaker. He is doing project number 3, Make Them Laugh. The objectives of Aravind's speech would be to prepare a humorous speech drawn from his own experience. Strengthen the speech by adopting and personalizing humorous material from outside sources. Deliver the speech in a way that makes the humor effective. Time for this project is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to Toastmasters Aravind.
And extinct red. Please.
Alright. A few days back, the lost northern male white rhino had his last breath. He is just survived by his daughter and his granddaughter. He was 45 years old and he went away because of health complications that he could not handle, and people have to euthanize him. Sometimes we, cruel, voiced creatures, we push the silent, voiceless creatures into extinction, don't we? Well, I am here to speak for the silent, to voice for the voiceless, to emote for the emotionless, and to express for the expressionless. I am here to sage my views to save an innocent breed. A breed that cannot express, a breed that cannot laugh, a breed that cannot smile, a breed that cannot express their emotions at all. A breed that is a vital part of Indian society known as the expressionless men, the X-Men. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, who are these X-Men? Do you know a person who doesn't pose for a picture? He is an X-Men. Do you know a person who doesn't pose for a camera for more than 2 seconds? He is an X-Men. Do you know a person who doesn't raise his voice against a wife? He is an X-Men. Do you know a son who doesn't question his mom about the upma that is served on the 7th morning as the 7th breakfast of the week? He is an X-Men. And do you know a person who doesn't look into the girl's eyes and utter a single word? He is an X-Men. Not you. So why are these X-Men very important? I'll tell you why. Long back when I was in college, 6 years back, I traveled down from Coimbatore to Tirupur and I met with an accident, a terrible accident. I was admitted in a hospital. Unfortunately, my mother and father were on a holy trip at Tirupati and they could not be with me. I was put under the care of my elder brother, Praveen. That day, I was bleeding profusely. The entire right portion of my body was bleeding, tearing apart. The doctor was explaining all of this to my brother. He said he needs to have 20 stitches here, 20 stitches there. The infection is too much. He has to get his operation done as quickly as possible. And there, my brother was chanting like Tamil Kadavul Murugan, calendar. Zero expressions on his face. That is when I discovered that in my family there is an X-Men residing. So I faced 3 amazing incidents that day with my brother at the hospital. Number 1, it was before the operation. So before the operation, the patients were given a dress to wear, a green color gown. Yes. So the doctor gave the green color gown to my brother and asked him to make me wear it. My brother, intelligent breed, what he did, he took the dress, he placed it on the bed and said, "Hey, operation theatre is ready. You have to dress up and come quickly." It was as if, "Hey, the theatre is." It was as if the cinema is hurrying. Please come. So I was like, "Hey, I'm bleeding profusely. I cannot do it." Okay, what shall I do? You don't do nothing, and I scream, "Nurse!" A crying baby gets sweet milk. A screaming patient gets a beautiful nurse. Guess what? I was dressed up. Before dressing up, there was something that happened. Guess what? I dressed up by a beautiful nurse. The next incident happened 2 hours after the operation. So I was like a mummified tandoori chicken. All my limbs were hanging up except my left leg. I was like a complicated version of Sundaraman sir a few weeks back. And there he was, my brother again. The doctor told me, brother, it is 2 hours after post-marriage, he can eat something now. My brother, beloved brother, he quickly went to the canteen, he brought some upma, the most tastiest food in the world. The best part of all is, he placed the stool on my mummified chest, the bowl of upma on top, the spoon on top, and he said, eat. The tandoori chicken, you cannot eat like chicken. So and then I told, hey, I cannot eat like chicken. Oh, you have to feed me. Oh, is it? He took the spoon, upma in one hand, slowly he put it in my mouth. It was as if he was lighting a cracker in my mouth. Half the upma went through my mouth, half the upma through my nose. And then I screamed again, nurse! A crying baby gets sweet milk. A screaming patient gets a beautiful nurse. So after that, the nurse fed me and I was very happy. I went to sleep. The third incident happened exactly at 2 a.m. That is when all the unwanted liquids in my body reached its destination. The bladder was full and the alarm started ringing. And there was my brother screaming or snoring at one point of the hall. I looked at my brother and I said, restroom. He never woke up. I screamed, hey, restroom dog. He never woke up. I immediately kicked a stool to my left and it rattled the entire hospital. He woke up like a military officer and said, hey, nuts. I told, hey, restroom. Okay, he immediately went to the restroom, he switched out the light, he opened the door and then he went back to sleep. That tandoori chicken cannot fly, you know. I then screamed again, nurse! A crying baby gets sweet milk. A screaming patient gets a sleepy nurse at 2 a.m. in the morning. So then the restroom activities were done and the next day morning my mother was sick. She looked at me, at my mummified body, and she thought she had tears in her eyes. I had tears in my eyes. I looked at her and I told her, you can serve me 365 days upma, but do not let me with that X-Men. I cannot bear another day. That day, my mother wiped my tears. My mother became my son. And I became my mother. No. Alright, this is a particular incident where an X-Men played a key role in playing a huge part in binding the sentiments of a family. There are 2 threats that an X-Men will face. Number 1, emotional women. Everybody agree? So all these emotional men, what they do is, they trigger these emotionless men and they become emotional. X-Men. Number 2, Toastmasters. CC4, how to speak. CC5, use your body. CC6, vocal variety. CC9, persuade with power. CC10, inspire your audience. X-Men is dying every single meeting in Toastmasters Club. So, long back Shakespeare told, all the life's a stage and we are merely actors. Let the X-Men play their role. Let us play our role. X-Men will bring harmony to our house. As a wise man, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam once said, when there is harmony in the house, there will be order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there will be peace in the world. Save X-Men, save the planet.